Hi everybody, welcome to this video. As you can see from the title, we're going to be asking if a particular person that you have in mind right now has sexual thoughts and feelings. We're going to be exploring that. If you want me to see me shuffle and put these 4 stacks together, there is a timestamp so that you can watch that. Some people just like to see the cards being shuffled. And sometimes I do that in my readings where I only shuffled on video, and sometimes I just feel like creating stacks like this. And so anyway, but if you like to still see the shuffling, you can. We have 4 options here, and I'm going to hold them up so you can see them a little bit more clearly. I think they're coming through all right on the camera. If you're not already watching this in high definition, you can do that, and it might be easier for you to see all the cards that way. I do also want to let people know that I have my channel open now for memberships. So tier 1 might be more for people who really just want to support the channel, get to know me a little bit more on a personal basis, and or people who are participating in my live streams, because there are some live stream perks that come along with tier 1. Tier 2 is the tier that might be of most interest to you guys. It's my pick a card lovers tier. So if you just tend to really strongly resonate with my readings, you like my style of reading, etc., then with that tier, in addition to all of my public content, in addition to the perks of tier 1, you'll get at least 3, generally more, exclusive pick a card videos that will just be for people in that membership tier or above. And you'll get to vote on the topics of those. So you really will have a lot of say, especially right now. We're still gaining in membership, so we don't have too many members so far. So when you vote, your vote will be very heard. And of course, I will, go out of my way for my pick a card tier members and above to really make sure that you all get the best experience out of those pick a card readings, even as the membership grows. All right, but I think voting is fun. Of course, any of my members, if you want to suggest a topic, you can do that as well. But just click the little blue join button next to the red subscribe button underneath the video if you want to look into those channel memberships a little bit more and see what all I offer. At tier 3, I also offer spiritual mentorship, which would include everything from tier 1 and tier 2, but also you would have a Zoom or a phone meeting with me once per month where I would provide you with spiritual guidance and assistance along your own spiritual journey. And I can use my own wisdom to help you. I can also, of course, tap into your spirit guides as well as my own to offer guidance to you during our sessions. So that's just something to look into. All right, so we've got 4 options here. Let me hold them up for you. This one says Magic Juice, a little pink juice box with a unicorn. Very cute. That's number 1. You can use the timestamp below. We have this little cappuccino. This cappuccino is very serious about something. We have this 90s Best Hits cassette tape for option number 3. It's not focusing, but it says, there we go, 90s Best Hits. And then number 4, whoops, sorry, is this cup of slothy. A little sloth holding on to a cup of coffee. All right, so guys, go ahead and use those timestamps, and I will see you at your reading. Okay, hello and welcome to everyone who wants to watch me put the stacks together. We're going to do 4 piles. I have these little stickers that are going to go on the top. I thought I had 4, and I've lost one, so I'll have to figure out where that is. I probably dropped it between the living room and here. So anyway, we're going to start out. We're going to put 1 song oracle on the bottom of each of the 4 stacks. I will tell you while I'm doing this, because I have this cup of Dunkin' coffee over here, about how I've recently come to realize how wonderful Dunkin' Donuts is. I never really gone to a Dunkin' Donuts much. You know, for coffee, it's either Starbucks or McDonald's or like a convenience station, a gas station or something. Which, you know, McDonald's and gas stations don't have the best coffee. Starbucks is pretty tasty, I think. But somebody once, a while back, had told me that Dunkin' was good for coffee. They'd seen me with Starbucks, and they're like, oh, you should try out Dunkin' Donuts. So I went there, and I just got one of their specialty coffee drinks. And I was like, it's okay. I don't think it's really better than Starbucks. And I don't know, Starbucks are everywhere. They're easy to find, right? But, I don't know. Recently, I decided to try it again. I'm not sure why. I think I was like, I wanted to try their donuts, which I hadn't had in a long time. Because, like, for coffee, again, like, there are other options that I would think are better. And for donuts, I just always thought, you know, like Krispy Kreme, they've probably just got this shit figured out in terms of donuts, right? I think I've had Dunkin's donuts before. Like, I think I've had maybe a coworker bring their donut holes, assorted donut holes to work before or something. But I don't know, I just didn't see the splendor in them. I think they're pretty good donuts now. But what I really recognized most about Dunkin' Donuts, because I'm not really a donut person, I'm not always in the mood for that. But what I recognize about them is that their coffee, not the specialty drinks, but like just the coffee, and you can get a flavor shot in it, you know, to make it special, which I do. This one has toasted almond, which is not my favorite. The other one that I've had so far is vanilla. Of course, vanilla is always a standard, but just the coffee itself tastes like, just their hot drip coffee tastes a lot better to me, even than Starbucks. And like I said, Starbucks doesn't taste bad. But I have discovered a new favorite for if I just want like a really nice cup of coffee, Dunkin' Donuts. And they have lots of different sugar-free flavored syrups too, which Starbucks does not have. Starbucks has like 2 sugar-free flavors, which are nice enough flavors, but you know, sometimes you want a little bit more variety. So now we're just doing tarot, and for whatever reason, I was called to use the zombie deck for this. Maybe because we're talking about attraction, so this is a little bit, I don't know, getting into, not shadow stuff, but, I don't know, devilish. Maybe that's what I'm saying. This is a little bit more of a devilish sort of a deck. It appreciates our dark side. Not that sex has to be dark or anything, but you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm going to use 2 different tarot decks. So the Zombie Tarot and also the Everyday Witch Tarot. Let me know if you're actually listening to this, or if you have a particular coffee. What's your favorite? Where's your favorite coffee at? There are a lot of fairly famous coffee chains that we don't have them around here where I live. But I think Dunkin's my new favorite. I do have to drive like 17 miles still to get to a Dunkin' Donuts. Let's see, how many of the zombie cards did I do? I did 3. Okay, so we'll stick to 3 of each deck for the tarot. I don't know what happened to my hairband that I was using for this deck. That's what always happens to me. Okay, anyway, we'll figure it out later. Okay, and this is a playing card deck. It's like a feminist playing card deck, so it has some different famous women throughout history. But also, of course, you can interpret playing cards kind of like tarot. Similar. Some people have kind of slightly different meanings for the cards in a playing deck than in tarot. I have not learned those alternate meanings, so. these up. I have to go find my other sticker and I'll be right back. Alright, so there we go. I'll turn my light back on. I turned it off to conserve it. So the last thing we're going to do is take a thumbnail image photo. Oh, I guess I'll have to say goodbye to you to do that. Alright, bye guys. Okay, welcome to everyone who chose number 1, which was the magic juice box. Let's see, is this person sexually attracted to you? We're going to start out with a song oracle card, which is Rod Palmer, Simply Irresistible. So yeah, I mean, yes, they do. But let's look at some of the lyrics. How can it be permissible? She compromised my principle. That kind of love is mythical. She's anything but typical. She's a crazy you'd endorse. She's a powerful force. You're obliged to conform when there's no other course. She used to look good to me, but now I find her simply irresistible. Yeah, I mean, it says the trend is irreversible. She leaves me in awe. I surrender because she used to look good to me, but now I find her simply irresistible. So yeah, I mean, this person finds you sexy, and it's not likely that they're ever going to not have sexual thoughts and feelings. But let's look a little bit more into it. Here we have the 9 of Spades reversed, Ace of Clubs reversed, Queen of Clubs reversed. I feel like, yeah, this person feels like you probably can't be even bothered with them. You know, like you are very sexy, but they probably are thinking that, you know, lots of other people think that as well, or just for other reasons. Like, I don't think this person feels that you're really noticing them too much. They want you to notice them. They definitely want to stand out to you. Like, they have this... That's part of what turns them on, is the idea that they could get your attention, which they definitely don't think that you have. Yeah, you might have some kind of, maybe you work together, or your classmates, or your friends, or something like. I feel like there's something that brings the two of you together. Like, there's something that maybe you're working on together, but it's not explicitly romantic or anything like that. But this person would like it to seem that way, and they want to come across well to you. They want you to, not just to be sexually attracted to them, but they want you to kind of look up to them in some way. Because they find you so tantalizing, it would just really like fluff their ego, I guess. I don't get the sense this is an egotistical person, but we all get, I mean, it would be very flattering. Let's say that. They would find it extremely flattering if they thought that you found them also sexy or just like admirable in some way. I do feel like with the King of Wands, they probably are trying to get your attention. So this might be that type of person who all of a sudden when you're around, they start telling jokes or doing other things, or like trying to be the brave person in the group, or like to do things that get your attention, basically, that will make them stand out. It might not even be that they're actually interacting with you. They might just be like over the board interacting with other people. Even they could be flirting with other people in front of you, or like challenging their friends, you know, so that they can look good compared to their friends or something like that. Yeah, but they're definitely trying to get your attention. We have Queen of Swords, Strength reversed, and the Lovers. I feel like this person thinks that maybe eventually they'll win you over, even though they don't think that you're really giving them time of day right now. they're just like, yeah, she's just putting up her barriers, or he, you know, you. I'm saying she because it's the Queen of Swords, but they think that oh, eventually you'll give in. You know, you'll lose the strength to hold them off, and you'll fall for them. So that's what they think. Let's see if we can look any further here into this connection. What else should the viewer know? I mean, the original question was about sexual attraction. Let's ask a little bit more about that. Now, this is not, I should have said this in the intro. I don't do explicit readings, so I'm not going to be talking about like positions and kinks and stuff like that, but just let's kind of understand their sexual attraction to you more. They find you very mysterious. They feel like there's a lot that they don't know about you, and they find that very intriguing. They don't necessarily think that you're trying to be secretive. You're just someone who has a kind of mysterious life. They definitely are paying a lot more attention to you than they realize. This person also, they're willing to take some risks in order to get you to notice them. So they, yeah, like I said before, they're definitely, that their way of romance is like to kind of charm you, or to just, I don't know, to look good, like to be the hero or the star in your eyes. They want to shine in some way. I think that at some point you guys may have tried to show this person that you were interested, but they were kind of depressed or going through something, and or they were just in a low self-esteem moment when you did this, and so they didn't really get it. They didn't see that you were trying to show them that you had feelings. Anything more specifically that would be helpful to know about sexual thoughts and feelings? They do have, well, again, it's not too explicit, but they like the idea of kind of like making that first move towards you cautiously. They would have to like feel pretty confident that you would be open to it, because they don't want to, I feel like they don't want to overstep bounds. They want to kind of play it safe, but they like the idea of kind of taking a risk, maybe like leaning in to kiss you or put their arm around you in a way that is sexually suggestive or something, just to see how you'll react to it. But again, it would be something that would be like playing it safe, you know. Yeah, they feel like the best way they can kind of figure out if you do return this attraction is for them to eventually do what I just said. Make some sort of obvious, but not too intrusive, you know, not crossing boundaries, but some kind of obvious gesture, probably physical, like I said, like putting their arm around you in a way that is definitely more than friendly, or going in for a kiss, something like that. Because I feel like however you respond to that will give them just a really good indication. Other than what's already been said, what does the viewer most need to know about this connection? Page of Wands. Reversed. Let me clarify it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you, even if you're not interested in this person, like they would probably still keep trying. I feel like there's sort of a persistence there. The two of you might, at some point, maybe life will just lead you in different directions. I think this person will always try to find their way back to you, though, if that does happen. They don't want that to happen, but if it does, they want to always find a way to still kind of be in your life somehow or other. Yeah, and they view you right now as being in a place where you don't really know what you want out of life, maybe in particular out of your love life. So they feel like you're probably not going to walk away from them anytime soon, because they don't feel like you have any set person that you're gung-ho about. Even though they do think that there are people who are attracted to you. They are noticing the kind of people who are around you, friends or otherwise, people that you spend time with. They're paying attention to that. They're paying attention to who you talk to. They're paying attention to who you don't talk to. Yeah, and they just feel like you're not really ready to start anything new in your life right now. So they're like, well, this is good because this gives me time to continue to try to impress them and figure out, what's going to be the key to their heart. They do feel, this person has like a confidence that eventually they'll figure out the key to your heart. And they'll break down this kind of icy wall that they feel you've put between them, where you're just not even considering them in that kind of a way. So guys, I hope that was helpful. If you want a more thorough reading that is personal to you, you can use the link below to go to my ordering page and just browse my menu. I do regularly have sales, and so you can hit subscribe or hit the notification bell if you want to see my community posts where I will alert you to those sales when they come up. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome to everyone who chose option number 2. I feel like this cat Cappuccino is angry. I don't know. Or it's just very intense. This cappuccino has some RBF going on. But anyway, I love it. All right, so let's see. The person that you have in mind, do they have sexual thoughts and feelings? Are they sexually attracted to you? We'll start out with the Song Oracle message. Okay, Ingrid Andress, more hearts than mine. So I feel like their feelings are way more emotional, which isn't, I mean, they probably also have sexual thoughts and feelings, but it's more from the heart than it is from the, other parts of their body. But we'll see. We'll look more into it. But I mean, definitely this is someone who has kind of like serious relationship intentions towards you. They either want you to meet their family or, I think they've thought about introducing you to their family. Maybe they already have introduced you to their family, and they did that because they view this as a serious thing. Yeah, they definitely, even if you haven't met their family, I think they may have talked to their family about you or something, but they care about how their family will receive you. Let's see here. Okay, so this is from a feminist playing card deck. So we have the 6 of Clubs, Queen of Cups reversed, 9 of Clubs reversed. Yeah, again, I feel like this person is more like relationship oriented when it comes to you. So I'm not getting, I would assume that they do have sexual feelings, but unless they're asexual or something like that. But I feel like the first thing I'm getting is just that they feel like you're a little bit difficult to please sometimes. But they want to do right by you. They feel, sometimes they think that they take on more of the burden of this connection or this relationship, and they don't mind it per se because they really care about you, but sometimes they mind a little bit. So, I don't know. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, this is someone, this person already views you as family. They want you to be their family. They don't want to be single. They want to be in a relationship with you if they aren't already. If they are in a relationship, that's exactly where they want to stay, and they don't want anything to interfere. If you all are just friends and you haven't gotten to the relationship level, like this person is like almost having a pseudo romantic relationship with you, even if you're just friends. Like it's almost to that level. It's just maybe you all haven't made it official or something yet. But what about sexual thoughts and feelings? We get 5 of Swords reversed, the High Priestess, and the Emperor reversed. I feel like this might be someone who just isn't like a very sexual person. So it's not again, I mean, they obviously are really attracted and they want to be with you. But the High Priestess can indicate more kind of platonic feelings. And I was kind of getting like a friendship vibe here anyway. I feel like if this is a relationship or if it becomes one, the core of it, the core foundation of it will be friendship. But let's try to understand a little bit more about their sexual thoughts and feelings. I think that I am also getting a message here that they probably do think about you. I mean, I don't think they're totally asexual, but maybe they just don't have sex a lot with other people. They could be someone who prefers to, like, you know, work that out by themselves when they're alone. Do you know what I mean? And so, if so, I do feel like they feel passion for you when they do that. Like, you know, when they're alone doing their thing, you know. Let me see a little bit more. What are their sexual thoughts and feelings? It's so emotional with this person. Like, their sexual thoughts and feelings are so tied to their emotions. The emotional connection is, they do find you sexy. I feel like, especially if you're a woman, they like your cleavage. Yeah, they like your... Yeah, they like your body. Your body is very appealing to them. But it's really just so much more emotional than it is sexual. Yeah, and I feel like this person is definitely stealing glances at you when you don't realize it. You probably don't realize even the degree to which... I mean, in terms of their eyes, like, their eyes are taking your body in a lot. I just feel like they're not like someone who's like, has like a super strong libido or something. To the point that could even be an issue. Like, your libidos could be very different from each other's. Maybe your libido is stronger or theirs is. It could eventually be a problem if the two of you did get into a relationship. Although I feel like there's also a strong energy of commitment here. So I think for most of you, you could probably work through that and figure it out. I do feel that this person is somewhat open to, like, threesomes or more, you know, like multiple partner interactions. But they wouldn't want to do it if they thought that would ruin what the two of you had. You know, because that's definitely more important to them. But they've thought about that, I think. And that does turn them on, doing that with you. But maybe they've had this kind of fantasy of like a threesome or something, partly because they feel like if they did that, then they would be able to kind of gauge how into them that you are. Like, how, in their mind, they're like imagining like a threesome or an orgy or something, and they're like, well, if they kind of gravitate more towards me than other people, or if they're like making eye contact with me or something, then maybe that indicates that they would want to have like a one-on-one thing with me. This is interesting. I feel like this person, maybe they're just shy about sex. And I know, like, jumping into an orgy or a group sex thing, you wouldn't think that would indicate someone who's shy about sex. But it kind of is, because they're shy about, like, maybe the one-on-one attention from someone when they're not sure how that person really feels about them. But yeah, this person loves spending time with you. I think that you all may have mutual friends. But I feel like if you do have mutual friends, you're like you're their favorite friend out of the group of friends. And they feel like the two of you have a special connection. They think that they're also your favorite. So it goes both ways. All right, other than what's already been said, what should the viewer of this, what do they most need to know and recognize about the person that they're thinking about? Yeah, this person, they kind of want to be that kind of like Casanova, that knight on a white horse. They want to be that romantic type person towards you because they have those feelings. But yeah, they are sort of shy. I think maybe they're a little bit inexperienced. Yeah, they might kind of need you to like show them that it's okay. You know, like find ways to kind of give them the green light and let them know. Like if you're wanting to be sexually involved with them, I think that if you just kind of like took some initiative to show them that they have permission to go there, they want to. You know, they want to go there. It's just a matter of like them knowing for sure what you want. I think that if you all did get involved in that way, it would, I mean, if this is a friendship, which is what it feels like to me, I think your friendship will withstand it, but it will put sort of a strain on the friendship, because then you have to decide, well, what, I mean, can we, I mean, I guess we can't really go back to being just friends now. So what are our options? We're friends with this thing that happened to happen, and we just have to accept it and move on and pretend it didn't happen? Or are we going to like do the hard work of like turning this into an actual relationship? So yeah, it would definitely change things. And yeah, I think that you would be surprised at how uncertain you would be, because I feel like you do really care about this person. But at the same time, you might wonder, like, you know, is it sustainable? Maybe because of the difference in libido or something. But there's something where you might just be like, I don't know. I care about this person, but I don't know if it will last. But I want to keep giving them a chance. Yeah, I think that, honestly, you're not going to be able to ruin this. If this is a friendship, and if you do go there with each other and it doesn't work out, you're not going to actually be breaking, I mean, you will be breaking each other's hearts because it will be sad, but I feel like you'll recover from it. And I think for a lot of you, it would actually end up in a very happy relationship with the Four of Wands. But I feel like either way, you can't really ruin what the two of you have, you know, because it's a real solid foundation of friendship is what I'm getting. So if you're not friends with this person, then this may not be the pile for you, because that's just what it's feeling like to me. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you got something meaningful out of that. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you later. Bye, guys. All right, welcome to everybody who chose option number 3, the 90s cassette tape. So let's look at your song oracle first, which is Alanis Morissette's Uninvited. It says, like anyone would be, I am flattered by your fascination with me. Like any hot-blooded woman, I have simply wanted an object to crave. But you're not allowed. You're uninvited. An unfortunate slight. Must be strangely exciting to watch the stoic squirm. Must be somewhat heartening to watch shepherd meet shepherd. Like any uncharted territory, I must seem greatly intriguing. You speak of my love like you have experienced love like mine before. But this is not allowed. You're uninvited. I don't think you're unworthy. I need a moment to deliberate. Whew. So I feel like this person feels upset at you. They feel that maybe you've crossed their boundaries in some way. I kind of feel like they feel like maybe you've tried to toy with their emotions. That's really what I feel. And they're kind of pissed off about it. Like, who are you to play around with my feelings? This is someone who prefers to be stoic, but you've evoked a strong response in them. I mean, they're interested in you, but they are, you know, the last line here is, I need a moment to deliberate. I don't think you're unworthy, but I need a moment to deliberate. So it's not that you're unworthy of them having sexual thoughts and feelings. So most likely they do. We'll look into it more. But they are like, should I really let you back into my life? Like, you have not been, you know, yeah, you're fascinated with me. I'm a hot-blooded woman, you know, so they probably do have those sexual thoughts. But yeah, they're really not sure they want to let you into their life. See, we have 2 of clubs, 8 of clubs, and 7 of spades reversed. I feel like this is a kind of person where you get what you see. You know, They're not trying to hide anything. You know, this is a very honest person. They are, yes, they're definitely attracted to you. But they don't want to deceive you in any way. So they really genuinely need more time to figure out what they actually want. They're like, yeah, sure, I'm attracted, but like, does that mean that I actually want to be with you? Does that mean that that's actually a good idea? I think that they're not sure about that. And they just don't want to get into a situation that they hate. You know, it's like they've learned their lesson from the past that just because you have a strong chemistry with someone does not mean that it's going to work out. And the idea of getting involved in another relationship or situationship only for it to burn out, like what they've experienced before, they're like, I don't have the time or energy for it, you know, and they feel that potential here that this could just be some kind of, you know, fascination, infatuation type thing. Yes, it feels very strong. It's hard to ignore, but like, how do I know that there's any permanence here? So I feel like they're trying to do what's best for them and to just wait and see. Like, you know, am I still going to feel this way 6 months from now? Yeah. They just don't want to have to break up with someone, basically. They hate that experience. Yeah, I mean, this person has had significant heartbreak. We have the Ten of Swords, Two of Hazards, and the Chariot. They also feel with you, part of the reason they're scared that it would just kind of go up in flames if they did go there with you is that they sense in you a little bit of that you like to control people. Maybe when you're in a relationship or just in general, like this is how they're viewing you, is that you kind of get off on having that control over someone, including their emotions, like being able to provoke strong emotional reactions in people. They think that you get off on that. And so that does make them a little defensive. We have 4 7 cards. These are both 7s. 7, and the Chariot is a 7. This person is really trying to learn their life lessons instead of repeating their same mistakes over and over. Because the mistakes that they've been repeating have led them to this. Hopefully you can see this card well. But I mean, it's like, you know, like they feel dead inside sometimes. It's like they've been taken to some pretty low emotional places because they are very emotionally intense. And they just don't want to be fucked with. They don't want to be toyed with. I feel like there's another message here from this Chariot card. Let me see. Yeah. I think that they feel like they would probably lose their mind trying to pursue like a happy picket fences type thing with you. They're like, that. I don't see that could even exist with you. Like, how could we ever even have that? And that must be what this person wants. They just want like the happy, quiet, domestic life with somebody. Like just a happy, simple home life. They just feel that with you, if they tried to have that, it would wreak so much havoc in their life. And it's important to them to kind of stay on top of their own mental health and their own self-care, I feel like. I feel like this person is becoming better at that, and they're really proud of the way that they've been able to improve themselves. They do still struggle to kind of stay calm. I think this is someone who does lean on their spirituality, their faith, to try to help them get through. Yeah. So do they have a sexual thoughts and feelings? Yes. But I don't think they're likely to act on it. Is there anything else we need to know, or that it would be helpful or maybe just interesting for the viewer to know about this person's sexual thoughts or feelings? They also have like sort of performance anxiety. I feel like they they're kind of afraid that if the two of you ever were, and for some of you, maybe you already have been sexually involved, but either way, they're like worried that either you would be underwhelmed or that you were underwhelmed if you've already done this with them. So, and they're like, you know, like, I put my best out there, but I'm not sure it was good enough, or I'm not sure it would be good enough. So, anyway, what's Spirit's advice to you about this person? I feel like Spirit is just saying to, you know, don't hold your breath for something to really happen with them. And I think we've kind of explained more or less on their end, at least, why that is. But yeah, they definitely have an attraction to you. You know, they haven't written you off. They're still deliberating. They're still not really sure. Do I want to go for it? Do I not? But I think in the end, they'll probably not really try to pursue anything like this with you to protect themselves. So anyway, I hope that that's helpful. If you all want or need a more personal, thorough reading, of course, I do offer those. You can check out my reading menu using the link below in the description box to look at the different readings I have to offer. Sign up for my newsletter if you want to get quarterly special discounts on readings as well. That link should be down below also. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello to everyone who chose option number 4, which was the cute little Sloppy, which I can now tell you was my favorite of all the stickers. Although the Angry Cat Pacino is pretty funny too. I guess both of the coffee ones are my faves. All right, so let's see. The person that you have in mind, do they have sexual thoughts and feelings about you? Oh my, this is the second Alanis Morissette song. One came up in reading 3 as well, and at first I thought it was this song. I just saw her name and assumed it was this song. But anyway, oof, lordy. I mean, do they have sexual thoughts or feelings? They definitely have had sexual thoughts and feelings. I think right now their resentment and anger towards you is kind of overwhelming anything else because they feel incredibly rejected by you. It was a slap in the face how quickly I was replaced. Are you thinking of me when you F her? So they're jealous about the idea that you could be having sex with anyone else. Ooh. Yeah, this person felt like you kind of promised them or made a commitment to them that you did not keep. They feel very rejected. So right now they're just feeling mostly angry, but we'll look more into the question. So yeah, we have 3 of clubs reversed, Queen of Diamonds reversed, 10 of Hearts. I mean, this person has had a really significant love for you, and they still do. But I feel like they feel almost like humiliated. They don't even want to admit how humiliated it makes them feel. But yeah, they feel like they had a lot to offer and you just did not appreciate what they had to offer. They're trying to be happy without you. They're like, listen, I thought we had it all. You know, I thought we could go the distance. I thought we were so tight, and then I found out that we weren't. And you know what? I'm dedicated to still being happy regardless. They're not quite happy now, but I think, I mean, we do have the 9 and the 10 of Cups coming up together. I feel like they are kind of like getting over you, but definitely with this song, they're definitely not completely over you. They might be in a little bit of a victim mindset sometimes, but really life is not as bad as what they might think it is sometimes. And if there is anything about their life that they don't like, they're kind of blaming it all on you. It's all because you abandoned me. It's all because you rejected me. You broke up with me, whatever. They're kind of blaming all their misery on you. And really their life is not that bad. But I think eventually they'll start to recognize that. But right now they still feel just a lot of resentment. They feel like, we have 2 of Swords reversed, 7 of Wands reversed. They just felt like you didn't understand them. 3 of Hazards reversed. You didn't want the same thing out of this that they wanted. Let's see. They're really very much trying to emotionally walk away from this. Yeah. I feel like they just really don't see any way for this to work out right now. But do they still have a sexual attraction to you? Absolutely. I don't even think it's a secret. Like, it's not... You didn't even need this reading to tell you that they still have a sexual attraction. I feel like that is just like kind of known. Maybe because you've been involved before and it was very obvious they were very turned on to you when you were involved or whatever, but like you already knew that they have those feelings. They are definitely trying to move on though. Yeah, they're trying to cut this cord majorly. Yeah, they've just like, in their mind, they're like, it's never going to happen. We're never going to have that happy life that I thought. And I'm just going to do my best to be at peace with it. So I think that a lot of times they are kind of more at peace with it. And then obviously sometimes they're not. I think that, you know, when their life overall is doing well, when they have a good day, then they don't really think too much about you. When they have a bad day, it's like they get into this like ruminating about you and what you did to them and blah, blah, blah. You know, and maybe that's just part of the process that they need to go through to get the clarity they need in order to move forward. So, what does Spirit recommend to you about this? They want you to recognize this person does have deep feelings for you. It definitely goes far beyond attraction. They are still sexually attracted to you, though. They're very much still sexually attracted. I feel like, you know, if you're still interested in pursuing this, the advice from your guides is don't make any unnecessary risks. Like, you definitely have to play it safe with this person. You know, they're trying to move on from you, but it's going to take them a while. So you do still have a chance, but you have to go about it in a cautious sort of a way. You might have to, I don't know, try to be their friend first, or like hang out with them in a group setting or something where there's less pressure for it to be romantic. Maybe even if you can find a way to do this that doesn't scare them off, even to talk about the breakup, you know, for those of you who have broken up, or just talk about, you know, what went wrong with us, or like, you know, why are things awkward between us now? You know, if you can find a way to just allow them to express the fact that they feel hurt, because I think that's a big part of the problem for them as well. They don't know how to resolve this because either they haven't had the opportunity, or they don't know how to really tell you how much this hurts. I mean, part of it is they probably don't necessarily want you to know how bad it hurts. Yeah, but I think if you take like a gentle, careful approach to them, you might be able to get them to come back and try again with you. But you'll have to address the hurt feelings. I mean, you're not going to be able to just avoid that and sidestep it and still hope that it works out. You'll have to be kind of open and honest. And if they've never brought it up, it's hard sometimes to figure out a way to do that. Like, well, my intuition was just telling me that you might have hurt feelings, you know? But I mean, honestly, if you were just that direct about it, I feel like this person would actually appreciate it, because it's really hard for them to express themselves, and it's such a burden carrying around this weight on their chest and feeling like they can't find the words or the means of saying it. So honestly, if you were just very direct about it, that might be the best way forward. Is there anything else that the viewer of number 4 really needs to know about this person? Yeah, this person had like serious intentions for you. there's still definitely potential. I don't think that, like I said, that they haven't moved on, because their feelings are very fixed for you. And they're still tempted by you. But there's a lot between the two of you that would really have to change to be repaired or improved. It's like both of you needed to level up, and you couldn't level up together. So maybe circumstances kind of pushed you all apart so that you could do that. You know, it could be that once you've each leveled up a little bit more on your own, you could come back and have that strong bond that there was such a potential for before. But slow and cautious, I feel like, is the direction your guides are giving. So guys, I really hope that this is helpful. If any of you are needing a more in-depth personal reading, of course I do offer those. You can use the link in the description box to go look at my personal reading menu. I also offer discounts if you're signed up for my quarterly newsletter, or if you're subscribed and get my community posts here on YouTube. That's the best way to see when those discounts are available. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.